So I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. After meeting this guy, the person that started this car actually had the opportunity to open a shop through this client and took it for granted, left him high and dry on multiple different projects. So the fact that I was given this opportunity to finish this car and potentially fulfill a dream that I never thought was actually possible, because this building car thing has just been my passion. It's the only reason why I work so hard at a day job. So the fact that this Type 3 could be the beginning of my future, I'm gonna be giving it everything I have. My name's Harrison Evans. Started a new company, Illegal Speed Shop. This will kind of be our flagship car. That and my Mark 1 Rabbit I'm about ready to finish. And then yeah, we're just looking to build the weirdest shit imaginable for people. This is a 1966 Type 3 Volkswagen Squareback. I'm part of this group on Facebook called the No VW Purists Allowed. And this got posted up on there for free because this project started, I guess, 8 years ago, but just about. My uncle tagged me in it and he said that the price was right. So I messaged the guy and I put my name in the hat for it. And I guess there was about 40 people around the country that wanted the car, but everybody kind of had their own idea on what they wanted to do with it. So I just offered to finish the car for him. I like the frame table. I like that it's an old air-cooled car, and I figured I could put my own touch on it. And really, I mean, even what you've seen, like these body panels and stuff, I sourced everything. I got a donor car. It really just came bare bones. Everything was supposed to be sourced for the car, and then the guy kind of pulled out at the last minute, so here we are. All these fenders are sourced from a 1970 Squareback that I found locally. Got the entire parts car for about 500 bucks and got it home the same day, so that helps a lot with the whole process. Just making sure that as we build this tube frame, everything's still going to be able to fit and look stock body, because the whole point is to tuck these 19s about halfway and still be able to drive and just look stock body. It came with these super staggered rotiform LHRs. They're gorgeous wheels, but having an 18 in the front and a 20 in the back is kind of, for lack of a better term, old boy style. So I contacted my friends in Italy, Felgen Factory Wheels. So we're having a set of 19s. So there'll be 19 by 8.5s in the front, 19 by 10s in the rear. Got those ordered last week, so we're hoping to see those in the next couple months. You could tell there was a lot of cutting before thinking. And his plan wasn't really suited for the end driver. The client's extremely tall, and the guy wanted to do a mid-engine, like a rear engine kind of style car with a modern, like a Mark IV TDI motor in it. But when your client's almost 7 feet tall, it's kind of hard to have a motor in the back of such a small vehicle. So this whole subframe he has inside of it, we're gonna have to alter a lot of it. We're gonna put the motor in the front. We're gonna go BEW TDI to a T56 Chevy transmission. That's gonna have a custom drive shaft to a Ford 8.8 IRS rear differential. And then it's gonna be bagged, it's gonna be nasty, it's gonna have C6 Corvette front suspension, have Mustang adapted rear suspension. Should be about 300, 350 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque, lay frame, and just scream down the road. Kyle did all the math, and we were looking at 5th and 6th gear. It was either we topped out at about 128 miles an hour or 178 miles an hour. So we figured 128 was more than enough for this car. First thing I noticed was, like I said before, the guy kind of just hacked this car apart with no real thought of fit and finish. I'm pretty sure he had a whole donor car there, so he should have known not to cut the fenders the way he did. He should have known a lot of things, but I don't know, it's almost an honor for somebody to leave this client high and dry, and then for me to get the opportunity to make it right. So like I said, I put my name in the hat to build this car for this guy. I think after a couple weeks, he realized that a lot of people were just looking to benefit off of all the parts he had sourced and all that stuff. And it turns out he was only about 5 hours away in the Bay Area. So we talked a little bit. I offered to just finish the car for him. I didn't necessarily want the car for me because I have plenty of stuff going on, but the opportunity and the ability, or more of the honor of finishing a car that somebody else promised and being able to bring a vision to life between me and this client is kind of huge. So I drove from my house here in Fernley, I drove down to San Francisco, like the Bay Area. Met up with him for the day, saw the car. We went out to lunch. Turns out he's just one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. So it was pretty easy to load my car up and take it back home with as many parts as I could fit. And then here, 2 weeks afterwards, the car finally showed up. It was tucked away in one of his warehouses, so it was kind of hard for me to get the full picture of the car until it got here. I mean, there's a lot that we have to change, but the whole project is named Redemption, so whatever it takes, we're gonna get this thing right.